5:38 p.m. Starting my 9-hour drive north. Go moose hunting. Oh, there's a lot of weight in that box. Let's see if I can get a better shot here. This will be a little different from the rest of my videos. I got all new equipment. I've been learning the software. So I got a new camera, I got a GoPro on the windshield here, and Adobe Premiere Elements 15. So it's taken me a while to figure all that out and get some video. And I got tons of video to edit, and in fact when I'm moose hunting during the day, you know, I'll be doing my normal sleeping in the chair and reading a book, that kind of thing. But at nighttime, I plan on doing video editing, so it'll give me a lot more time to edit video and you know, fine tune what I'm doing. Yeah, I'll check back in later. Hey guys, well, it's 6:30, a little after. Been on the road for an hour. Just actually got past the city, so finally turned on to the one highway, one of three that I'm going to be on. Again, 9-hour drive from home to northern Manitoba, where I grew up. So it's going to be pulling into my parents' cabin at about 2:30 in the morning. Of course, on this hunt, it's just me and my boy. Got my dog back there. Bus. Oh boy. Ah, what you doing, eh? What you doing? Good boy. Pretty hard to see. The sun's in the wrong spot right now, but I don't have my light on. So yeah, 1 hour in, 8 more to go. Well, 7:30, 2 hours on the road. I don't know if you can't see that. I guess not. Looks pretty dark. Sun's going down fast. 6-degree drop, which is good. We want colder temperatures for hunting anyways. It's about 8 or 9 degrees where I'm going right now, Celsius. So, 21 where I came from to 8 during the day where I'm going. So it's definitely colder where I'm going. 7 more hours to go. Boss is getting a little excited, eh, boss? Boss, gotta go for a pee or something? Yeah, I know, eh? Why's a good boy? Massive head, eh? Good boy. You can still see, just give it a second. We're still in the farm field land. Lots of open fields. There's scattered bush now. But you'll notice where we're going, there's no farm fields. It's complete boreal forest. Over the next hour or two, I'll have to watch for deer coming out. This is a pretty good time for them to start running in front of you. Well, it's 10 o'clock. We're at Devil's Lake. Just stopped to stretch legs and see Boss is panting. Hey, bud. Hey, buddy. Yeah. Yeah. You good boy, huh? Good boy. Yeah, you good boy. 1, 2, 4.5 more to go. We're halfway there. I didn't grab the camera in time, but when we first pulled in, it was a nice cross fox. But I'd already let Boss out, so he was out running. Obviously, he didn't see it, because if he did, he'd have been chasing it. Okay, well, time's a wasting. 4.5 more hours to go. Okay, we just turned on to the next highway. This is a terrible road. If there's any chance of seeing bear, moose, or caribou, it's going to be on this road and then the very last 20 minutes to the cabin. This whole road is twisty, turny, curvy. It'll keep you awake all on its own, I'm sure. I know, bud. Breathing pretty heavy back there. What's going on? We were coming back home for Christmas. It was December, I don't know, 23rd, 22nd, don't know. Somewhere around there. Minus 45 Celsius. It was snowing. Just a light snow. The ground was covered. It was icy and slippery. And we were driving down here, and I mean, I've got my brights on now, and you can see how just it's pitch black. It's almost like the darkness just sucks your lights up. In fact, this is the better part of this highway, but you see we just lost our side white line there, and now it's back. So at some point down here, it just goes away, and then the center line is faded that you can barely see it too. But anyways, when we were driving down here in the winter, pitch black, there's no street lights, you know, it was snowing, but yet it was minus 45, so there was no moonlight, there was nothing, just headlights. It was so cold, and I had a Chevy Blazer back then. No matter how fast the fan was on, which it was on high the whole time, and the heat was as hot as it could go, when we were doing 100 kilometers an hour, it couldn't keep up. The ice just kept creeping over our view, so we could only do about 90. But I guess we would have been driving 4 hours by now, after work someday, late at night, much like this. It was probably the same, except winter. And I remember you can't see anything, and just out of the corner of my eye, or I just caught a really brief glimpse of a little flash, a little flicker of light, and I was struggling to see anything. I started putting the brakes on, not too fast obviously, because winter, ice, slippery. So anyways, I trusted that feeling and that little glimpse. I didn't just shrug it off, and I started slowing down, and by the time I stopped, I realized that I'm 10 feet away from a vehicle. Now, this vehicle, a white Chevy Malibu, was parked right in the middle of the road, like right where I'm driving right now. It was just in the lane, middle of the lane, not pulled off to the side, nothing. It was as if it just froze in place, and that's it. Now, it had been snowing, so there was a layer of snow over top. All the windows were frosted up and white. And that little glimpse was my headlights reflecting on the Impala logo on the trunk. That's all I saw. Had I not trusted that instinct to slow down, because I caught a glimpse of something. Usually it's an eye or something like that from an animal, but had I not done that, we'd have smashed right into the back of that car at minus 45 Celsius outside. Once my heart calmed down, I took the Blazer and I pulled in front of the car, and we dusted it off to hope that maybe the metal or the glass would reflect for the next guy behind. But I also had one of those reflective triangle kits in the vehicle at the time, so I set those up behind it, because for sure somebody was going to hit that car. Like, I almost debated pulling it off the road, but in order for me to get the tow rope, and I didn't want to damage the car, and it was slippery in winter, so I didn't want to make it worse for myself. But that was definitely scary. But this is the highway now. No white line on the edge, no yellow line in the middle. Just a slab of pavement. So yeah, it's getting good. Well, it's 1 in the morning. actually making good time, but it's still about an hour and a half away, so it'll still be around 2:30 when I pull in. Doing good. I passed the Timmy's, I didn't even have to stop. I still have a full energy drink here, so that'll be enough. Looking forward to that cold beer when I get there. Alright, home stretch. Try and keep this in a good spot. Oh, it'd be nice to see something come out now. I've got both cameras going. It is 2:26. We are right on schedule. So we did good, boss. Hey, we did good. It's been a long day. Trees down there. Here is the cabin. Alright. I'm just gonna get settled here and then I'll give you the tour. Okay, so let's go check out the cabin. The outside light on back here. There's my boy. Hey, back up. Whoop, back up. Back up. Turn some light on. Alright. Oh, we've got a storage utility room. Bathroom, tub, shower. It's got all the stuff. Oh, how do I look? Yep. I'm tired. Alright. And then the cabin. So, kitchen. Dining room, living room. Oh, jeez, boss. You're a bull in a china shop. You know that, buddy? Yeah. Family room. It's 3-bedroom. This will be the master. Yeah. That's your spot, bud. Right there. At the end of the bed. Perfect. And we're here. Oh. And I am going to be starting that. Alright, you can have some water. Look, they even got you set up here. Look at that, eh? Hey, bud. They even got you set up. I gotta unload this truck still because it's gonna rain tonight, so. Yeah. I'm going to grab a beer and unload the truck. Well, it is 3:22 a.m. 3:22 a.m. 3:23 a.m. That's my boy. And we're inside for the night now. Got the truck unloaded. Starting to rain, so I had to do that. And I'm going to unload. unpack my stuff. I already did the food, the cooler. I didn't have much food. I just brought some steaks to have like my mom and dad and grandma out, and garlic bread, mushrooms, just to have one meal. The rest of the time, oil in a bag. So when I'm hunting, I usually eat from a can or a bag. So I brought chunky soup, of course, the chili, bunch of variety of Mountain House, and that's pretty well it. It's going to be 15-hour days in the bush, from before sunrise to after sunset. And tomorrow morning I'll show you the canoe. It's pretty cool. I just checked it out. You won't be able to see it till it's light out, but it's pretty neat. I didn't bring my boat this year because the axle's bent. I thought it might have been the trailer, but I had some time this summer to do some cross measuring and everything, and the trailer's not bent, so it's got to be the axle. But I burn off tires one way. The 9-hour drive from home to here, I will burn off 2 brand new tires, right down to the threads. So that's like $160 every time I have to do that. So it's a $320 just in tires to come here and back. So I'm gonna get most of the stuff unpacked. I'm gonna hit the sack. What time is it? Alright, it's 4 o'clock. 4 a.m. I have all my gear unloaded, everything put in its place. I got the fire going, I think. Whoa. Got the fire going. Got my bedtime glass of wine. That's it. We're here. We're ready. Boss has already gone to bed. He's laying on his mat in there. I'm going to throw the TV on, have my drink, and hit the sack. Tomorrow, we are going to... I got my second wind, can you tell? It's probably my 9th wind. Tomorrow we're going to set up our hunting site. We're going to set up the blind. We're going to put out scent. We're going to do some range finding. Just so I know my shooting points for if a moose comes out, I'll know where he is and how much to compensate. I'm sure I'll be tired, so I'm going to sleep in tomorrow. Just set up the site, try out the canoe, kind of do a dry run. I got a new GPS this year, so a bush one, same one for my truck, but I have to plot the points during the day. So I have to basically record my track and then drive exactly how, with the boat, how I want to get to that island, and then save that, because when I go back and forth, I guess today it's 4 in the morning, so tomorrow when I do that, it's going to be pitch black. I'm not going to see a darn thing. So I have to follow my GPS. I've done that for a couple of years now and kind of got the hang of it. So I got a lot of prep work to do tomorrow. It's going to be a long day tomorrow, busy day, and I hope I can get everything done before the sun goes down. Get some time in to do some calling, and then we hunt the next day. Morning. Well, I went to bed at 5 this morning. It's 9 o'clock. So I slept for 4 hours, can't sleep anymore. Probably because I put too much wood on the fire and it's 900 degrees in here. But boss is having some breakfast. I'm going to make some coffee, and I guess we're going to get a lot done a lot sooner than I thought. Might even have time for an evening hunt. Well, while we wait for the coffee to perk, I'll show you some of the gear that I brought. This is my favorite piece. So it's a Tika T3 7mm rem mag with a Zeiss scope. It's a 3 to 12 56mm objective lens. Beautiful gun. Looks like I did clean it after I used it, so yeah. That's my baby. My other baby. He's okay, boss. I've taken, a lot of shots with this gun, and it shoots pretty straight. The scope is amazing, especially when it's overcast or just getting dusk, or even early morning. The clarity of the objective lens is insane. It just sucks all that light in, and the optics, zoomed right at just crystal clear. Anyways, that's the gun. Now, I do have I have a neoprene scope cover to put on, as well as I've got a, barrel sock. I don't know what you call it. It's like a sheath that goes over your barrel. It's just cloth. It's all camo. But when I'm in the boat, I'll lean it up against the side of the boat or whatever, and usually rest somewhere around here, or even sometimes on the edge of the scope. And I don't want to get it scratched up, so I put that cloth on there, and it keeps it from getting scratched. The one downfall to the Tika, plastic clip. You break that, it's $100 to replace it. So these are 168 grain Nosler AccuBond. Nice big guys. Oh, focus. There we go. So these are still factory. I do have reloads. I've been messing around with reloading, and I made, 5, 6 different builds. Different powders, different charges, different amounts of powder and such, and they all shoot straight. They all shoot in their groups, but only one of my builds actually came very close to matching my settings for this factory bullet. And I don't want to go messing around with my scope when I still have the factory left, so I'm going to burn out the factories and then find the reload that I want to go with. So this island we're going to, that's what we're going to be hunting from, is an island. It's got a little bit of low-lying brush shrubbery at the front. So I plan on leaving this out there, kind of tucked in that. So, I've got soups, I've got cough drops, an Algene bottle, which I'll be filling with water, instant coffee, toilet paper. What else do I have in here? Oh, nice. I got my extra bullets. I mean, I've had these forever. It's time to use them, right? I got those hot pocket things, the hot hands. Those things. Keep your hands warm. I don't think it's going to get that cold. It dropped to, I think, only 7 last night here, so got my cup. Got some paracord. And then I've got, oh, there's my cutlery. I got 3 of these pouches. These pouches that attach to Boss's vest. And it's got like fruit to go, granola bars, you know, my camp cutlery kind of stuff in case I want something to snack on out there. I think the most important thing in here is the coffee. More granola bars, fruit and snacks. What else do we have? Tea, coffee, hot chocolate, Lipton chicken noodle soups. I'm hoping works out okay. Now, how do you heat up the water? For the camp trip I went on this year, I bought this. It's wicked. It's a tiny little stove. Alright. Grab my cup of coffee here. I'll show you guys around. So I don't know if you could tell, but I was pretty tired yesterday. Put my shoes on here. Pretty tired yesterday. I didn't have too much enthusiasm. That was a 24-hour day. 5 to 5. Alright, so we just walked out on the deck. Here we go. Nice deck, screened room. I've put, oh, this is awkward. Like I said, it's my first actual filming trip, so I'm getting used to holding this camera, and I've got it on the tripod right now, so it's a bit awkward to manhandle. Anyways, screen room. So I've put in all my stuff in here that can get wet. You know, battery charger for the boat battery, buddy heater, some propane, Minn Kota 30-pound trolling motor, camp chair, 2 blinds. Not sure which blind I'm going to use. One is short and fat, one is taller and skinnier. So for Boss, it would be better if it was short and fat. But that bush at the front of this island, I don't remember exactly how tall it's going to be once I sit in the chair. So, what do we got, Boss? Huh? What do we got? Try and give you guys a shot at the cabin. My parents bought this years and years and years and years and years ago. You can kind of get the idea there. See a woodshed back there? Parking spot. Some sheds. Oh, bug on my screen. That's the father-in-law's canoe. Just a Coleman Ram X canoe. Okay. That's pretty cool with the stabilizer. So, Boss can't tip us now. Wicked. And then this is the front, actually. I'll go this way. It's the front of the cabin. Big deck. There's also sheds underneath there. Right in there. Goes underneath. That's where the waterworks are, pressure pump, that kind of stuff. Or there's something in there anyway, some kind of water. Anyways, front yard. This whole area between those 2 spruce was getting clogged with trees. My parents had a guy come and take 2 down, and I took the other 5 down. I think it was 5. That's one of the ones I took down. Figured I'd put my name in it with the chainsaw. But it was getting blocked in. It was getting closed in, and you know, you had to struggle. You had a little strip to see the lake. It would have been like, not quite this dramatic, but trying to look through those two to see the lake, you know, it was, this is now wide open. Very nice. Floating dock, they've got that pulled in. Yeah, go break another leg, bud. And the lake. Boy, we should be getting out there, boss. Whoa, what is that? Look at that. Crazy, you see all that? Bunch of water beetles. That's all water beetles. What the heck? That's crazy. What is that, eh, bud? Look at all that. Cool. You are so not going in the cabin now. Not a chance. Alright. We are on our way. Got the canoe loaded in the back. Got a bunch of gear ready. Now we're gonna... Sorry, I was looking for bears. We're gonna go set up our island for moose hunting. So this one initial trip is going to be gear heavy, but once I'm leaving everything on the island, so I should only be taking a backpack to and from each day, and yeah, that's it. Everything else I'm hoping is going to stay out there. So once we get there, I'll check back in. So this is what I get. I need to get through here, and this dumbass, this person, parks right in the middle of the road. Right over there on the other side of those trees, like right there, like 50 feet away. There's a huge parking lot, big open spot for people to park. He parks here. So I just walked the trail, you know, up there just around the corner a bit, and I could see them over there. So they are on their way back. But how stupid is this? Okay, so next problem. The people that I saw over there have come through already, and this is not their truck. So, pretty sure there's only a couple branches there that are pretty, you know, too thick for me to want to plow over. But I think I'll go back to the cabin, get an axe, or yeah, get an axe. And actually, I think I got a saw. I think I have a saw in my truck, one of those folding collapsible saws. I can cut the big ones down. Yeah. There you go. All right, I'm gonna go take care of some trees. All right. Took down a bunch of trees. It's just small stuff left. I think I can squeak through now, so I'm gonna give it a shot. Alright, we're loaded. I think I got her ready for us. Pontoons sit a lot higher, but maybe the boat sits a lot lower than I expect. Anyways, that's the boss's little compartment. So now it's time for us to get our blaze on. Load the gun, start our trek over to camp. Alright, get out of there. So, trying to figure out the best way to position this to get in and out. I know there's a lot of gear in here that won't be here tomorrow morning, but it's still a challenge to get in here.
Get in, boss. I don't know how either. Sorry. Here, let's try this. Okay, boss, come here. Come on. Get in. Yeah, good boy, right there. Good boy. Yeah, good boy. You're okay. Go on. Good boy. Good. There you go. Good. Yeah, keep going. I know it's not loaded, but still stupid, right? Get in there. Stay in there. Come on. Get in. Right over here. Good boy. Get in there. Good. Stay. Stay. I don't know how I'm going to do this. I really don't. I'm hoping that, what the heck do these stabilizers do? Oh boy. What are they stabilizing? Absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing. Whoa. Holy shit. Okay, boss. Sit. Sit. Good boy. Stay. I don't know what the is going on here. Here, you're gonna hold that too. All right. Come on. Okay, stay. All right, well, it moves. It moves good. I cannot believe how high those are. Oh, oh, nope, stay. You gotta stay there, bud. We're very gear heavy right now. Just stay there, good boy. Good boy. Pretty stable. It is pretty stable. I'll give it that. I wonder if they would actually stop you from tipping. Probably, I guess, unless too much weight was pushed over to the side. Cool. Alright, I'm gonna stick that in my pocket. And I see our island. No, stay, boss. Give me your face. Boss, give me your face. There you go. I'll keep it. There you go. Oh, yeah. Good boy. You'll try and attack that bird, wouldn't you? There's the I want to see which direction we're going. This should be south. Come close. Just wait. Yeah, southeast. So the island faces south. So all of these north winds we're gonna have, I'm going to be pushing my scent somewhat straight into the bush, or on an angle to the left or right. But that's okay. That's fine. I'll be able to make do with that. I'm recording. Am I even recording? I'm recording right now. Hey! Hey, there you go, bud. I'll pet you. Alright. Oh, it's cold. There he is. He's wearing blaze orange. Well, no fishing rod. I'm guessing you're hunting? It's okay. Why'd you park like that on the road? Why'd you park in the middle of the road? It's a big lake. Other people want to get in here. Yeah. I drove 9 hours to come here. So, you gonna be hunting here all week? Okay. Next week? Okay. Tomorrow, I'll go to the top. That's fine. I was gonna hunt here. The island actually is where I was gonna set up, but I can. That's cool. What's your name? Sit for 15 hours a day and not hear anyone talking. You come out here early in the morning kind of thing? Yeah, he came out right, pretty much right in at the edge of the spruce trees, right there. And I was sitting up on the rocks up there. So you've got like the next couple weeks off? Oh, nice, nice, nice. Okay, well if you're gonna be here every day, all day, I'll find a new home. Good luck. There. So there's two river systems. I'm not sure if water goes in or out, or I know the water comes into this lake over there, around this point. That's the big one, that's where I'm going to be sitting. But there's also, right here, right pointed straight in where the boat is, there is a, I don't know what you'd call it, just a path of water. I don't know if water actually runs through it, but it's definitely, it almost looks like an old canoe trail that's growing in, but it looks like you could take a canoe all the way down there for quite a ways. So, I saw this in 2000 and, I don't know, 12, 13, one of those years, when I was scouting out this end. First come, first serve. I'm pretty, hunting's my favorite thing to do, so if I wanted to be like that, I could beat anyone to their spot. I mean, I'd get up at 2 to be out here for 3 if I had to. It doesn't bother me. So, but that's not how I roll. He's claimed the spot. He's stated he's going to be there a couple weeks. I think this is a great backup plan. We're just about there, bud. you go. See, this is good. There you go. Okay, okay, come on. You can come out now. Good boy. Yeah, good boy. You want to come this way? Okay. I got it. You can come out. It's not going to move. I got it. Good boy.
Alright, so GoPro's almost out of batteries. You can see we picked our blind, so we're going to go with the short fat one. Oh, I got to get that paddle up there too. Boss has already found himself on the rock edge here. So we'll go show you camp. It's almost set up. We're supposed to get rain tonight, which looks like it's starting to build up, so I still have to put scent out, but if it's going to rain, I'm going to have to protect it somehow. And the wind is going the opposite way right now than it will be tomorrow. It's not really great either for scent, but if I go down the creek and put scent at that end, you know, somewhere over there, that's my prime shooting spot, is down there. I still have to range it, but you know, closer distance right there too, in this area here. You know what? Who knows, right? Stupid thing, I'll probably poke his head out right there if he does. Should be even better. Okay, bud. Oh, look at these flies, eh? All right, let's get your bed in there and take a look at what we got. Oh, this bed weighs a ton. Let's see if I can go a different way this time. Here the boss goes. The boat is not going to be there in the end. I'm going to be putting it on the other side of the point, which is right close to camp, to the blind. I could put it here too, so it's right there, and I could just put it into this little V here. Then I got a clean shot to the blind. That would definitely, if I left my blaze orange, one of my extra vests on the trolling motor, it would at least tell people from a ways away that there's a hunter down here. I don't know what's up with Boss, he's whimpering. I don't know if he's just bored or what. But there we go. So because our site isn't an island made of rock, we're dealing with this moss garbage. Oh, you're trying to climb up on my chair? So what I've done is I took my duffel bag and the blind bag and I just laid them down like a tarp. So when I put his bed there, at least it won't soak through. So, let's see if I can get this way. Here's my tripod for the camera. My chair. Boss's bed. Gonna be. And if I'm sitting, I'll put the camera on the tripod. Ooh, I don't want that for tomorrow. There we go. Right down there. That's where I hope he comes out. Anyway. So, Cheryl got me this blind shelf. Super cool. You know, cup holder. Shelves for your binoculars, rangefinder. You always got to have a glow stick, not to find your spot. I'll have my headlight on in the morning, but if you do get a moose and have to make more than one trip, you know, it's going to be pitch black, and if he's dropped somewhere over there, you're going to want to throw a glow stick. Really? Really? Okay, buddy, steal the show. Good for you. If you drop a moose down there, I mean, it's going to be wet, uncomfortable, and a lot of work. So you're going to want to throw a glow stick up so that you know exactly where it is when it starts getting pitch black. You know, all these windows can do up. I'm going to have to take those ones down so that I can see. Because I've got tree cover in front of this as well, I don't think it's going to be a concern to have the windows down. You know, I might even drop this one. Yeah, I'm going to drop that one too. You know, I keep these on. Don't know if you can see. There we go. They're little scent wafers. They come in a 3-pack. I got those a long time ago for bear hunting, but they still smell. So I pack the blind up with them on and everything. I just leave them on. They, the green ones smell like pine trees, and the black ones smell like black dirt. So it's a good masking scent. Helps obviously cover your scent up. And I've got this is cool too. Cheryl got me this one as well. It's an adjustable. Whoops. Yeah, let's video the ground and talk. It's got these grooves on the inside that fit right on the edges of the hub blinds, and then it's got a rest here. So now it's on each rib, and then it's adjustable, so I can put it up or down. This dowel comes in and out. Jeez. And yeah, so it's a gun rest. You know, if I have to shoot out this window, I can use the tripod, and then shooting out there, I've got my adjustable one there. You know, sometimes I'll just make one out of a tree with a Y in it or something, but I find that I always make them the wrong size. Too high, too short. This thing is very easy. I just loosen these bottom 2 screws, and then I can adjust it. And then once it gets in place, it's just a very quick turn, and it's locked in. So it's pretty quick. And you know, I'm not a good freestanding shooter. I need a rest because I want to make darn sure that I hit it right. This is the Blaze Orange Extra vest I got. You know, you never know. Some morning I might forget to put mine on. I doubt it, but it happens. So I'm probably going to put that on the canoe, I think. You know, I don't know. It depends where I put the canoe. And then Boss's drool rag. I'm going to keep one of those out here. So you put your lunch and you put everything here so that you don't have to dig through your bag when you're sitting in here and everything's right in front of you. If you need to grab your binoculars quick or whatever, you know, I'm going to probably put some more camera batteries or my little camera kit up there, which is that yellow dry sack. So yeah, this is Boss has already found his home. This is going to be camp. This is the bed I bought him for this hunt. Creed. He's got more beds than anyone I know. I found this one at PV Mart, actually. I think it was like $30 or something. It's a nice thick one, washable. It's made out of that tough duck material, so it's really good material, strong. And of course it's got zippers so you can take the cover off, wash it. But the other bed he has, one of the other beds he has, is mold, mildew, kind of weather protected. It's meant to be outside on wet grass and stuff, and it won't soak through. This one I know it'll just be a big soaking rag by the end of it. So, but his other one I left at the cabin. I didn't want to bring that one. I didn't think it would be thick enough because I thought it would be colder. So I wanted to get him a nice thick one. Like I said, it's his first hunt and it's my first hunt with him, so I don't know what to expect. Paddle for raking, you know, that kind of stuff. I'll get some of that footage tomorrow, I'm sure. I am going to do some calling, and then I'm going to put out some scent. I'm gonna get my food bag stashed away somewhere. I don't know where, but probably behind the blind, tucked in over there somewhere. Alright, I don't have much left to do, and then I'm going to put out some scent. Old clothes, cut them up into strips, and then I fill this with the jugs of moose scent. So I just open the bag, pour it in, mush it all around, get every piece wet, and then I just drive around and I hang them. I take a stick so that I don't have to touch this stuff, and I use the stick to fish them out of there, and I just lay them over top of another tree or a branch. That way the smell is all over the place. We're going to go put scent out right away. Boss decided to go to sleep. Oh, you awake, huh? Good boy. He's just snoring away. So I guess this is what it looks like from out here. You see the tripod, the shelf there, and just the tip of my other stand. That's Boss's blanket. Holy flies, man. What are these things? Boss's blanket. In case he gets cold. It'll be cold in the morning. And then I use one of those, we call it an ass pad. It's like a thermoset or whatever. It's got the quiet foam on the inside, not the noisy, loud beans or whatever they are. But it gets me up, though. I find these chairs almost force you to lounge or lay back or slouch or whatever. That thing sits me up a bit higher, so I've got a better view. I started taking that a couple years ago. But that's it. This is camp. I'm going to figure out where to put the boat, and I'm thinking right in there is good, which is literally this trail to the blind. Now my GoPro's almost dead, and I didn't bring another battery. Stupid. So I'm not sure how much of this river I'm going to capture on film, but I'll get as much as I can. Alright, day one down. So we got, Boss, what are you doing? We got camp set up, the hunting blind. It's ready to go for the morning. We got scent put out, and we did a dry run. Right, I got a mental list right now of a bunch of things that I should have brought, like extra batteries for both cameras, although this one's still really good. Waypoint track, I kind of went the wrong way, so I got to redo that tomorrow, but it's been a long day, I'm already forgetting. We're all packed up again. Anyways, so I've got more scent to put out tomorrow in different areas. There's the tub with the stinky stuff. I think we have a good spot. Once my brain kicks in here, I'll be back at the cabin, sit down at the table, and I'll write a list of what I would change, what I would do differently, what I'm taking too much of or too little of. Like obviously today I didn't pack a lunch, and we're packing it in when it's still light out. 4 hours of sleep last night plus no food. It's time to go back and just veg out at the lake, at the cabin there, and make my list of what to do differently. And don't get wet, buddy. Not if you want to go in the cabin. Taking the back rack off, that's another thing. It's more in the way, although it did help using it as a leaning point to get the canoe kind of up, but it's more in the way right now. The only reason I brought that is if I do get a moose, I'm going to have to move some of the totes from the box onto there. You ready to go, bud? Yeah? The battery for the trolling motor did very well, considering I went to one end of the lake to the other. Go on. Go on in. I went from one end, talked to the guy, went to the other end, did some trolling around to put scent out, so the battery did really well. Good boy. You look like an old man. Nice. Good one, bud. Alright, so I'm going to head back to the cabin now, grab a bite to eat, relax a bit, wash this stink off my hands, and prepare for tomorrow. There we go. So I'll be in my hunting clothes. You know, still got to put the life jacket on. You know, I'll have the rangefinder, binoculars. They're all in their cases right now, but they won't be tomorrow. So I can just grab them and put them on the shelf. And then they won't. I won't have to mess around with a case or Velcro or anything like that. If I get bored tomorrow, I'll put up more scent. But I forgot to do calling. Again, my brain is just not working today. Not enough sleep, no food. So I forgot to do calling at the end of the night before I came back. I was already 2/3 the way back, and I'm like, oh, forgot to do calling. Oh no. But that's why we do a dry run, right? So, alright, I'll see you back at the cabin. Who parked in the middle of the road so that nobody could even get to this little boat launch here. This tiny little one there. He didn't want anyone else on the lake. Anyways, I cut the trees off. There was some big stalks in there. Trunks, big trunks. So I cut those off, so it's just brushy stuff now. I can get through there without damaging the truck. And I never touched his truck, so... But I did talk to him. Told him, you know, park like a normal person tomorrow, because I'm going to be hunting here for the next couple weeks. So we'll see what happens. Yeah, I just wanted to make sure I get his plate on file in case something of mine goes missing. Well, it's just finished getting all the videos off the cameras. It's 10 o'clock. We're just about. We're going through the weather right now. It's 9:45, 10 to 10. Oh no. Alright, so it's 10 to 11. I'm making coffee, getting it ready for the morning, packing my gear now. You see I've got my blaze inside, got my camo there, so I'm filling my pockets because my backpack had all that stuff in it. You know, just so I could, if I needed it, I could use it, whatever. So my thermos has to go in here, a couple sandwiches, and, you know, my book is in there. I left my tripod, which is why I'm holding the camera now. I left my tripod out at the blind, so I have less gear to take each morning. So tomorrow I'll be, I think, packing pretty light. I think I should just have a backpack and a gun. This dry sack, I got a hole in it when I went camping, but I've patched it both sides. I found some cool patch kit online on Amazon, and but I'm still gonna put it inside a bigger one. So I bought this 4-pack of these Coastal Sunset dry bags, and they're awesome. I mean, they get holes pretty easy, I would say, considering how easy it was to get a hole in that one. But with the amount of camera stuff, like I didn't bring enough batteries today. I have extra batteries. I've got my extra memory cards because tomorrow's an actual hunt. So the last 2 days have been long, and I don't want to say hard because it hasn't been hard, but long. No sleep. I didn't nap today like I was going to. So even though I'm getting up at 4:30 tomorrow to go hunting, tomorrow I also get to sit in the bush, right, for 15 hours. So it'll be cold and whatever in the morning, and you know, I'll be able to doze in and out in the chair. Yeah, I'll show you what I do for my morning just to make it a little easier. So I've always got some coffee left over in the pot from yesterday or the day before. Usually I'll always have some left over. So what I do is I fill a couple cups, I stick them in the microwave. So in the morning I can just literally hit the go button, and then I have 2 hot cups of coffee while this brews. And this will pretty much just go into the thermos. There's probably still going to be a cup left over, but that way, right away, first thing in the morning, I have 2 hot cups of coffee, thermos full, and I can throw the thermos in my backpack, and then that's it. My lunch will be made right away, and you know, I've got my dry bag out there that my parents wanted, some kind of a draw somewhere, that hydro one. So I've got that. I've got that outside at the blind already. So tomorrow's going to be an actual hunt. And I apologize for constantly coughing and clearing my throat. I went for allergy testing, whatever. I'm allergic to every tree known to man, so that's good. I love the bush. I'm allergic to dog, cat, tree, pollen, grass, everything. Everything outside I'm allergic to, so whatever. I'll be taking some allergy meds, I think, tonight or tomorrow morning, just because I don't want to be, even though I have, you know, cough drops and stuff out there, I don't want to be coughing all day. And I actually just watched all the videos that I took today. I didn't get a chance to edit anything today because I'm too beat. But I just watched, and I can't believe how often I'm clearing my throat. Like, it's annoying. Like, I'm gonna, when I edit these videos, I'm going to have to cut it out. I'm gonna have to cut them out. So I am. Oh no! Look it. It's not that late. It is only 10. So this is set wrong. Oof. So yeah, I'm just doing my final touches here. Go, 9:56. Final touches, getting everything ready. I'm gonna get my clothes ready. I'm probably gonna have a shower tonight or whatever, and because there won't be time for it in the morning. I've got my that battery that was running the trolling motor. It was working pretty hard. I've done it before where it's okay. You stay there, boss. I've done it before where I have trolled from one end of the lake to the other and then back, and it wasn't really an issue, but getting stuck in all those weeds today and how it's grown in so thick, I darn near killed that battery. It was slowing down on the way home. So I've got it in the screen room here, which I don't know if I did show you the screen room. So big window, and then the rest is just screen. Nice sitting area, play cards when it's raining or too buggy. But this has been on the charger since I got back. And you can see I'm on 10 amp. I had it on 2 amp trickle charge. But then I looked at the meter and it was way down in the red. So it has climbed, but not much. So on 10 amp charge, that's going to take all day or all night to charge up. But luckily, all the scouting and driving around is done, putting scent out, so now it's just, I just need charge to get to and from. I won't be moving around during the day, so. Oh, you want some water? You good boy. It's hot in there, eh? So, I'm not quite ready to go to bed yet. I'm gonna, oh, my GPS, I gotta throw that in my pockets. I'm just gonna, collect the last bit of things, get things put in place, and get as ready as I can for tomorrow. I gotta make sandwiches yet, and then that's it. I'm done. And we'll see you in the morning. I'm sure I'll find a reason to turn this on again tonight, but as it stands right now, I'm done. Good night.